Hello, good afternoon. Brent Lowe coming to you with a fireside chat. Just to be completely honest, I wasn't sure if this topic needed to have a fireside chat or if it needed to be a lowdown. So it was going to be a little long for a lowdown, so I decided we'd come to you with a fireside, and I'll do better, I promise, about having these more often. It's just been during the legislative session, I kind of get tied up with dealing with legislators, and probably the most unfun part of my job. I enjoy them as people. It's just there's times we may disagree on ideas, and so I talk to legislators a lot during that time and follow bills just to make sure the school system is being taken care of, which is kind of one of the reasons I wanted to come with this information today. And understand, I'm not fussing about anything. I'm not being negative in any way. I just know that there was some bills thrown around this legislative session that dealt with how schools would be funded, and some of them, in all honesty, were not good for schools. Some were, but a lot were not. And so I wanted to put this out there just as a positive spin on things. A lot of times when we talk about school, we talk about the money of school, we talk about the fact that taxation and all the negative around how schools are funded. But I think it's very important to know the economic impact that a school system has on each community. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you about. Before I get into that, I do want you to understand that we're really deep into the budget process in the school system. We really never stop. We kind of just continue year round, but we really start doing needs assessments and what each department needs, what each school needs. We start that in January when we come back from the Christmas break, and then we start diving into what's that look like? What's that going to cost us? What are our needs? And we've been very strategic in not adding stuff to the budget that we don't have to. Unfortunately, sometimes the cost that comes down to us from the state, we're required to raise the budget. Now, a great example of that is between now and next year, health insurance, between the current budget and next year's budget, the health insurance is going from $1,885 per employee per month to $2,028 per employee per month. So that just alone, if we kept all of our employees just the same, that's about $890,000 increase to the budget right there. And then an additional cost that we have no control over is the fact that the employer portion of TRS is going from 21.91% to 22.32%, which is about another $600,000. So you're talking about $1.5 million with us not changing anything because of what the state says we have to do. But that's not why I'm here. That's just one of the truths of the matter when it comes to budget is the costs that we incur that come from the state. That is not where we've added something. That's just where we're keeping our teachers and our employees at the level the state requires us to. But here's the positive that comes out of that, and I think a lot of times that this is overlooked. Here in Butts County, we're in the top 5, but in every county I've ever been associated with in my professional career, we've either been the top employer or the top 5 employers in the county. And to be honest with you, Butts County, the school system is the lowest that I've ever been, and that is number 5 thereabout, because you've got a lot of the Dollar General distribution center and all your distribution centers out near the interstate. They run multiple shifts, and we only run one shift. And so, but we are in the top 5 in the county of employees, and so that means that now I'm not saying every dollar that I'm fixing to give you is going back hand to hand to Butts County, but our if you look at all of our contracted employees, these are not the ones that we've got hired doing construction or we bring in and when we have to have a plumbing issue. These are the ones that come almost daily or at least multiple times a week that we contract with. Our custodians, our SROs, some of our behavior specialists. If you look at that, we spend roughly $225,000 a month on those. So that's us paying contracted employees that then go back into the community and spend money. You look at all of our subs, our substitute teachers, sub bus drivers, school nutrition workers. That's just under $40,000 a month. So once again, these are not full-time employees. These are people that we pay on a somewhat regular basis. So it's around $40,000. But then if you take that and then you look at our monthly payroll, so the payroll of our people, the people that get a check from the Butts County School System that goes directly into their account, it's $2.3 million a month that we pay in monthly payroll. So you take those numbers and add them up and you look and just in the people who perform a service multiple times a week, because there may be some behaviors that are only here 2 days a week, but our employees and people who perform a service for us on a regular basis, you're talking about $2.5 million that we give them in a form of payment. That is, then they take that money and then they pay their mortgage. They take that money and they go to the grocery store. They take that money and they go to the ice cream shop. They go to the local restaurants. They go buy coffee. They go to the donut shop. They spend money in the retail businesses on the square. All of this impacts the community. Now, you can argue with me, well, some just take the money and go out of the county. Yeah, they do, but then there's some that get money from the other counties and come back to Butts. The fact of the matter is, the school is one of the driving forces of the economy of a small town. I promise you, if we get into a situation down the road, which please understand, listen to me, I'm not saying we're fixing to start riffing, but if down the road we don't have the ability to fund education, then and we start having to lay people off, then those people won't be spending that money in the community. They won't be buying the gas in the community. So that's just something we all need to keep in mind is that yes, it's an expensive, running a school is expensive. And just like when your household expenses go up, guess what? When your toilet paper goes up at your house, your toilet paper goes up at the school. When your hand soap goes up at the house, your hand soap goes up at the school. So the cost of running the school increases, but we made it a dedicated effort to give our staff a fair wage. They got good benefits through the state. They get good retirement through the state. But all that money's out of our control. That part of it, it's out of our control. Your power bill goes up, my power bill goes up. It's just the fact of life. It's an expensive operation. It's an expensive business to run, but we are doing a good job of putting money back in the community. Like I said, I just wanted to show one of the positive effects of having a school system like you've got in your community. The people, I know for a fact because I've seen them come in. You got teachers that are coming in with these little nutrition cups. You got teachers coming in from Dunkin' Donuts to the Jackson Donuts to Lucy Lou's Coffee. We got people that are supporting our local businesses, and that's available because we pay them the wages we pay, and so. I just want to keep that in the forefront of things. The school, yes, we're in the budget process. We're trying our best to sharpen our pencil any way possible, and do whatever we can do to keep the cost down. But we do have a positive impact, and that's just talking about the people we hire on a regular basis. It's not talking about the fact that we may use a local tree guy to cut down trees. We may use a local landscaper to cut grass. We may use a local plumber to come in here and fix our plumbing issues. So we really love partnering with the community. Butts County, a school's only as good as the community, and the community's only as good as the school. And we want to continue to be great partners, and there's really no underlying message for this. I just wanted to put that out there to let the community know these are the positive economic impacts of a school system. So I appreciate all that the community has done. I appreciate the partnerships I have with both the city and the county governments, the local businesses, the Chamber of Commerce, and really all the entities here. If you can't find it, I want everybody to shop local first. If you can't find it local, buy it online, because that helps us on Splash too. So anyway, thanks for being here. Keep your eyes open for a quick lowdown in the next week or so, and we're trying to get to the end of this school year. It's going to be a wild year, but we're in the short rows now. So thank you.